Hello and welcome to WhatKeepsYouAwake.tv. It's time again to dive into the hustles, the hurdles, and the highs that keep small business leaders up at night. I'm your host, David Hooser, and I humbly welcome today's guest, Francine Sumner.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's good to have you. Francine is the founder and CEO of Kid in the Corner, a youth mental health awareness and suicide prevention nonprofit. So critical for our world today.
Absolutely, yes.
So Francine, again, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
And I'm thrilled to have you. So let's get started with our foundational questions.
Okay.
So tell me, as a nonprofit business leader who deals daily with challenges of our youth, what keeps you awake late at night?
I think the main thing that keeps me awake late at night is stigma.
Okay.
It is the inability to get into some schools and reach youth. And we are constantly trying to figure out how to overcome that.
So schools are actually blocking your organization from helping them?
That's right. So we're a completely free program, completely free.
Well, I mean, nothing's free. You have to fundraise. So if you're out there looking for a good cause.
Yeah, let me tell you, we do a lot of fundraising, grant writing, individual donors, and it's my mission to never charge a school for our program. I don't want any barriers in between our programming and youth. But the barrier that has been at the forefront of this organization and everything we do is stigma, shame and embarrassment around mental health. And
so schools don't want to, potentially they're worried it's gonna put a target or highlight certain students who have challenges and need your support and services.
Yeah. Parents, there are parents that don't want to talk about it. There are schools that don't want to touch it. They don't want the liability. And so, we do have a lot of schools that we are in. I mean, there's so many, but trying to overcome those challenges of making sure that people understand that by saying the word suicide, we're not putting thoughts in kids' minds.
Right.
This is a very age-appropriate, very developmentally appropriate program for youth.
So what are the targeted ages of the kids in your program?
So we service youth from 4th grade all the way through high school.
Just so hard to believe, hard to imagine kids in 4th and 5th grade are thinking things like that.
But I'll tell you, we did a youth panel year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, and something that really stuck with me was every single youth on that panel said that their mental health struggles started in elementary school.
It did. Wow.
Yeah.
And is it, obviously we hear all of the things that are happening with social media influence. I mean, devices have radically changed, and the ability to reach people through those devices and influence them to your agenda, which is not always in their best interest.
Exactly. And I feel like the issues are the same as they've always been.
Okay.
There's just different vehicles. There's different outlets. There's different places where youth are finding information. But I feel like the struggles are the same as they've always been. There's the anxiety, right? There's the depression. There's the trauma. It's all the same. It's how youth are dealing with it and how they're accessing information.
And the fact that a lot of parents don't recognize it or don't want to acknowledge or deal with it.
Or they don't know.
They don't understand.
And they may not just know, right? We know that youth talk to youth before they talk to adults.
Their parents.
Yeah. And that's why our program is so important, because it teaches youth how to reach out to each other, how to support each other, and how to take care of their own mental health.
Okay. All right. And your counselors are embedded in the school organizations?
No. So we have facilitators that go in and facilitate the program. So there's nothing put on the school at all, right? We have a program, we have a workbook, we have slides. It's a 3-part program in elementary school and a 1-hour program in middle and high school.
Okay. And you do it on the school campus?
Okay. We try to move the desks and sit on the floor, take them out of the academic environment, and really sit down and talk to them about normalizing mental health and physical health, because we're going to take care of both for the rest of our lives. We've had colds before. We're going to have colds again. We know how to take care of them. When they get really bad, we go get help.
Right.
We are going to have sad and bad days. We've had them before. We'll have them again. We need to learn how to take care of them. And when they get really bad, we need to get help. There's really no difference.
There's no difference. Yeah, I get that. I see that. Wow. Now, do the schools that work with you try to cycle through all of their kids into your programs?
Yes.
So that way it's not highlighting certain people.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. So the program that we have is called the Penny Pledge Program.
Okay.
And it's a 3-part program. So kids learn how to reach out to the kid in the corner, right? Who's the kid in the corner? Everybody's been the kid in the corner.
Everyone at some
right.
time. Yeah.
So they learn how to reach out, how to look for signs, how to support their peers. If they're new, if they've been absent for a while, if they're struggling with something, if they had a fight with their friend, if they came into school and they had a fight with their parents, whatever it is.
Okay.
We learn how to support each other. The second part is learning how to take care of our own mental health. So we create self-care plans.
Okay.
Things like who's our safe and trusted adult.
Which again applies to every student.
Every single student.
Right.
And then the third part is what to do if somebody approaches you and says, I'm feeling helpless, hopeless, or want to take my life.
Okay.
What are the resources? Wow. Most kids, although on the back of their ID from 7th grade up, Teen Lifeline is listed on the back of the ID.
Right.
But most kids don't know how to use it or when it's staffed or what it's for.
Right.
And so they don't. So it's about connecting the kids to the resources that they need to help themselves and others. And then collectively, it's called the Penny Pledge. And the idea is that one penny alone doesn't mean much, but collectively,
but a bag of pennies
we can change behaviors. So at the end of the program, everybody takes the pledge and they get a penny.
Very nice.
And last year, we were able to service 5,000 youth.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. That's off to you. So let's talk about you and your journey a little bit. How'd you get started in this? How old is you founded Kid in the Corner?
So Kid in the Corner was founded, yes, in 2017 after I lost my youngest son.
Oh, my goodness.
Zachary to suicide.
Okay. So you have firsthand.
I am firsthand, lived experience. And after his story, really taking a good hard look at it, it was really all about stigma. I did not know until it got so bad that he was struggling with anything. He had been struggling with something at school that wasn't really that big a deal, but he had this chemical imbalance, right? He was actually bipolar. He didn't understand what was happening. He felt shame and embarrassment, so he didn't speak up about it. He didn't say anything to his friends at school. He didn't say anything at home. He lived with it internally for a really long time. Wow. And by the time he had his first attempt, I had no idea what was happening. And I couldn't find the right resources. I didn't know where to take him. He didn't know the resources. We really didn't know what to do. And we were constantly chasing the tail of stigma. He wanted to get better. He wanted help.
Sure.
We wanted to find him help. But I just didn't even know how to get on the path.
Right.
And so when Kid in the Corner was born, the mission was to shatter the stigma that surrounds mental health and support that kid in the corner, whoever that may be.
Right. Okay.
And we take a 3-pronged approach, right? So we educate and spread awareness. That's our in-school program.
All right.
We promote contagious kindness, because without kindness to ourselves first, none of it works.
Can't have enough of that.
Cannot have enough of that.
We could use that in all aspects of our world.
All aspects. And it has to start here,
yeah.
right? We have to be kind to ourselves first.
Okay.
And then the third pillar is to connect to the community at large, people like you and me who support youth,
right.
to the resources that we have here in Arizona.
Gotcha.
And what's the point of resources if none of us know how to use them?
Use them, reach them,
Right.
find them. Right.
Exactly. So that's our mission. That's what we do.
Okay. So you founded that in 17?
2017, Zach died in June, and in September, we were in our first school.
Okay. That's great. And all throughout the valley? Are you outside of?
All throughout the valley. We've been a couple of schools in Tucson and a couple of rural schools. We're actually headed to Gila Bend next week.
Okay.
We'll take any school that'll
That'll
we'll go
work.
anywhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And your facilitators, you usually find a volunteer that works
No,
in
they're
the
paid.
region. They're paid.
So our facilitators are paid. They either have mental health experience or education
Okay.
experience. They're all fingerprinted, fingerprint clearance cards. They're well-trained, and then they
Okay.
go out and facilitate in the classrooms.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So, again, how many schools You said you reached 5,000 students this year?
We reached 5,000 students last school year. We're on track to reach over 5,000 students this school year. We have a couple of new school districts this year.
But that is 5,000. What's the population, the secondary ed population?
So high.
Fifth is elementary, so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fifth and sixth, we do a lot of fifth and sixth. I think that's where the sweet spot is.
Okay.
I think that's where kids are most engaged. They're like, oh my gosh, thank you for recognizing that this is going on.
Right.
We've had kids come up to us and say, I'm experiencing suicidal ideation. And we've been able to get them and their families the help that they need.
Right.
And that's the point of the program, right? It makes sure that kids understand it's okay to not be okay.
Right.
We are not supposed to be okay all the time.
All the time, right. The pressure is on
That's
you
right.
to keep that facade. And
Exactly.
especially as a younger individual, it's hard
Absolutely.
to imagine how to do that.
It is really hard, and there's pressures at school, and there's pressures at home, and there's social pressures, and there's online pressures, and then there are things that come out of left field, divorces or
Sure.
moves.
We as adults don't. I've had this situation on my own kids because their mom and I are we separated young.
Yeah.
And we never really got along, and the impact that our situation had on them, we're feeling it now in their 20s.
Right.
But they made it through, but it could have easily gone a different way.
Exactly. And imagine had they had tools, right? They had tools and resources that they could have used along the way.
Sure.
And understanding that mental health and physical health are the same. You get hit with a bug and you're down for the count.
Right.
And you don't make yourself go to soccer practice, you stay in bed and eat soup. Well, the same thing on your sad and bad days, right? Mm-hmm. It's okay to not be 100% on those days. Mm-hmm. Sure. But there's always this shame and this guilt around taking care of our mental health or nurturing our mental health.
And it doesn't, obviously, it's a big challenge for, younger individuals, but it actually doesn't go away. I mean,
no.
Our 20-somethings are struggling with a lot of issues.
Oh,
right now,
yes.
From the COVID situation that they all had to deal with. And
I actually had a junior in college reach out to me last month, I think it was, and said, hey, I went through your program when I was in elementary school.
I was younger.
Yeah. And I just want you to know that I still have that penny on my backpack, and I still use it as a physical reminder.
That's great.
To let myself know it's okay to not be okay, and I just want you to know how much your program had an impact on me.
Those are the reasons we do.
Those are the reasons why we do what we do. Exactly. And I know, we have so much anecdotal evidence of lives we've changed and saved.
Sure. That's great.
Yeah.
So 17, how big is your team?
So the team right now of facilitators on the programming side is myself and 4 other facilitators.
Okay.
We have somebody that does marketing, we have a grant writer,
Yep.
and a few people scattered in like that. But we're pretty small. We're small but mighty.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. And then, well, of course, fundraising is a part of every business we're talking. And by the way, our audience is, we target aspiring entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And that's something that I think is a good message for all of them because, a startup company is like an infant. It's a baby. It takes your time. And it's important that you not lose sight of the needs of young kids that you have in your family as well.
Exactly. I think for us, early on, I heard a quote from a mentor that said, stay mission tight. Whatever you do, stay mission focused.
Right.
And we've tried some things over the years that, became apparent that that's not our lane. There are other people that do that better than we do. We don't need to be everything to everyone.
Right.
We need to focus on our Penny Pledge program. We need to focus. We have an annual conference every year that is free to the public, that connects the community to resources.
Okay.
Right? Had I had something like that, who knows? We have speakers, and we have resources, and we have all kinds of different modalities so that, and it's on a Saturday, right? So that there's no reason why the community at large or educate can't go. We take away all the barriers. So we've really focused on exactly what our pillars are trying to accomplish. And I think that's really been, for me, the guiding light.
That's great. Okay. So let's talk about your day-to-day. So you obviously founded and lead the organization.
Yes.
And like all small business organizations, income to support your programs is critical. How do you go about raising funds that you need? You mentioned a grant writer.
Yes, so we have a grant writer. We were so lucky in the very, very beginning. We were granted a grant writer.
Oh, you were? Wow.
For the first couple of years.
Okay.
And that was amazing. I mean, that was a turning point for us. And we still have the exact same grant writer. And
just now you're helping.
Now we pay her.
Pay for her.
Yep, we pay her. But she's been with us since the beginning, almost the beginning. And so we have a very strong grant portfolio. We have a lot of individual donors, and we run some different campaigns and things like that. But we do have a lot of people who really support this mission itself and donate to that. And then we have an annual fundraiser this year, March 21st, at the Legacy Ballroom in Phoenix. So we'd love to have everybody there. We don't ever charge a school, ever. And, you know, I really want to stay true to that. It's really important to me that we never charge a school. So that's how we do it.
Okay. And are there other organizations you work with? There's got to be a lot of reasons that, you know, like you said, depression or
yes,
or social media, you know,
yes,
influence.
Absolutely.
Now, so are there other organizations you work with or bring in to discuss those?
We're very collaborative, and I feel like the Phoenix metro area, the behavioral health space is very collaborative. Okay. So we're really fortunate. Okay. I founded a coalition called Mental Health Matters Arizona.
Okay.
And that coalition is a bunch of mental health providers, people in the field, that volunteer their time to put on this annual conference. So it's basically the entire mental health space in Arizona or here in the Valley putting on this conference for the community at large. Got it. So it's about...
For the community, so for the parents, for the kids, for the educators.
Every resource that's there, they pay to be there. So it's not a fundraiser for anybody. It's really everybody contributing to put on this amazing conference for the community. And so that's been a huge collaboration. I'm also on the board of Mental Health America of Arizona. And, you know, we work very closely with that organization to make sure that we can use and leverage that name and those resources to make sure that we're helping youth and young adults as well.
So as we talk, what are and again, thinking that our audience is entrepreneurial in nature.
Yes.
Starting their own company or running their own company, and obviously trying to balance and manage family. What are the things you would advise them to do?
I would say create a strong team.
Okay.
Right? So I know what my strengths are. I know what I can do. I'm a great visionary. I can bring things to fruition. I have some really great ideas. Okay. Technology is not my strong suit. Okay. Marketing is not my strong suit. Graphic design is not my strong suit. Right. Grant writing is not my strong suit. And so creating a really comprehensive team that shares your vision, right? That buys into what you're doing. So it's also become a community on the other side, which was a really sort of nice bonus, was that the community at Kid in the Corner and beyond is a very tight-knit community because we all share that same vision. Exactly. And I really believe that has made us strengthen and become as strong as we are.
Make any organization successful if you get that.
We have a great board of directors.
Okay. How big is your board?
9. We have 9 people on the board right now. And they are amazing individuals with a variety of talents and strengths that they bring to the organization.
Right. And that's another good way to get for example, you can use your board, obviously, to give you ideas
Yes.
on how to do things, but they also help you on fundraising. They help you with introductions to additional partners, schools, et cetera.
Right.
So for our audience, that's a good way to get help in your business is build a board.
Absolutely.
Not all organizations, LLCs, you don't need a board, but you can have one.
Well, in a nonprofit, you have to have a board.
And in a nonprofit, you have to have a board.
Right.
But a lot of the companies that get set up in Arizona are LLCs. They don't need a board.
Right. But I'll tell you, a board or even an advisory board.
Advisory board would really
is huge.
Help.
I have a great gala committee, right? We're putting on this gala on the 21st of March, and I have this gala committee that has been helping with this gala for 3, 4, 5 years. And they know what to do. I tap into that group of people for that particular reason,
and
that
they have
event.
Fun.
And we have a lot of fun.
Help you serve a critical purpose for your organization. Exactly. And that's the same thing can happen. And by the way, we're doing an event today because of our release, 50th episode, and I think you're number 60 at I Heard.
So exciting.
So that's great.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But it's fun, and we do the same thing. We get our team.
Right.
It gives recognition to the team for doing the work they're doing for us, and gives them an opportunity to have a little fun, a little release,
and celebrate,
and to have a big celebration.
Yeah, exactly. We're all going out Saturday night to an event, all of us. Right. Just a social event. It's just so important to create that camaraderie, to celebrate, to acknowledge, and to work hard.
Yeah, and talk about the stories, the success stories that you've established.
One of the things that we do at our board meetings every single month is we start with a mission moment.
Okay.
Every single board meeting. So we're always keeping it back to the mission. Why are we doing what we're doing? What is our charge? What are we out there trying to accomplish?
Got it. Okay, very cool. Well, so how do people find out about you? How do people get involved, or whether it's physically or financially?
Well, kidinthecorner.org is our website.
Okay.
We're on Facebook. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Okay.
Our email is info@kidinthecorner.org.
All right, that's
and if you need help, if you're a school, if you're a parent that's struggling, if you want to donate, if you just want to get involved, it's become a really wonderful community of people who have struggled themselves, or have had kids that have struggled, or have lost kids that come in and help as a team member wherever they possibly can. Okay. And so, we're a really safe space for that.
Sure.
So anybody can reach out, and we'll find a place.
Okay. And I guess on that note, you mentioned any parent, because you have many schools working with you, but not every school. So some parents may have kids that are in a non-participating school. Can they reach out to you?
Please reach out.
Okay.
Please reach out. We'll help you get in that school. If you want to work with us to get into your kid's school, we will help do that. We are open to anything.
Okay.
We are really here to support youth and their families.
Well, Francine, it's been a delight talking with you.
Thank you so much.
And I would love to get involved, so keep me abreast of activities. And certainly, again, when is the gala?
March 21st, 2025 at the Legacy Ballroom.
Legacy Ballroom is...
It is on Tatum and Shea. It's actually on Tatum and Gold Dust.
Tatum and Gold Dust.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So if you guys are available, mark your calendar, save the date now.
Please save the date.
March
21st.
March 21st. Today is the 16th, so it's not October 16th.
March 21st.
March 21st, Legacy Ballroom, Kid in the Corner Gala.
Yep.
To help raise critically needed funds for your organization.
Yep, it's called the Shattering the Stigma Gala.
Okay.
Let's just call it what it is.
All right.
And we're there to raise funds so that we can help youth mental health in our valley.
All right. Well, I support it. Hopefully our audience does, and hopefully you'll support the podcast by liking this episode. If you're not already, subscribe to the podcast. Tell your peers, your friends, your family to catch a future episode, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for having me.
I was glad you made it.